Hey everybody, and welcome to Let's Look at Far Cry 3. So, as with all AAA games, well not all, but many, that I get pre-release access to, there are some legal conditions I have to adhere to, so I hope you guys like that ESRB rating screen at the top of the video here. I figured it's better with all this stuff to kind of lampshade it rather than trying to obscure it or hide it, so there are some marketing-y type things that I'll have to do, but I'll save those for the end of the video, and I'll make clearly sure to state when I am basically being required to state something. But in any case, Far Cry 3 is going to log in here. I've spent a lot of time with this game so far. Apparently the Far Cry 3 service is not available, so we're going to try again later. Honestly, that's fine by me and completely understandable, seeing as this game doesn't actually come out for a full week now. But I'm going to spoil things right off the top here as I start into our story here, which is saved on Melody, our internal hard drive. Far Cry 3 is really, really goddamn good. So you can see I've got about 5 hours invested in the game here. We are going to load in. And this game is basically, at least for me, one of the best open world games that I have played in a long, long time. So as we load into the game here, which can sometimes take a while, I should mention, with respect to these loading screens and the graphics that you're going to see, I'm playing this game on the Xbox 360. I really wish I had requested a copy on the PC instead, because I think this game looks gorgeous on the PC. We played about 20 minutes of the game at PAX on the PC version, and it looked fantastic. 360 version, to be polite, let's just say it shows the age of the hardware a lot. Not all of the textures look that good. Overall, the game has a really nice aesthetic, even on the 360, but it certainly does not look as good as it could possibly look, let's put it that way. And sometimes there can be some frame rate issues. But anyway, we've loaded into Far Cry here, so we are in our world. And let's just talk about some of the things that we can do, because we are in a safe house right now. So if I open up my left bumper, this gives us our weapons menu. So right now you can see I've got some C4, I've got an assault rifle, the STG-90, some grenades, no Molotovs, and a recurve bow. So what I'm going to do is actually, I guess, take the memory card here, which is going to give us some extra money. And then I am going to go to our self-serve gun depot, basically. And what this allows me to do is buy extra ammo as well as extra weapons. So we actually are full with respect to ammo, but there are new weapons we could buy, and we could sell things that are not that important to us. So let me just think here for a second. Some of the weapons in the game will be free to us. So you can see if there's any weapon that says owned, that means we 100% own it, like outright. We can take it whenever we want. Once you own a weapon, you don't have to buy it anymore. But there's also other ways to get free weapons, basically by completing in-game side quests, which make up a bulk of the game. So I'm happy with what we've got so far with our recurve bow, which is a stealthier type weapon, as well as an assault rifle. Well, let's show a little bit more of what they got here. So obviously we have handguns, small machine guns as well, or submachine guns I should say. There's sniper rifles which you can use. For a while I was using like sniper rifle and recurve bow combo, but it's just like too stealthy for me. Like sometimes you're gonna have to get into some combat that's more close quarters, at least I'm gonna. There's also specials again, like the recurve bow, flamethrower, all of this I've already earned, as well as like grenade launchers and stuff like that. But we're gonna stick away from that for now and stick with maybe a more standard kind of style of gameplay here, where I have the bow, which I will take out as soon as we get out of the safe area, as well as, what else are we dealing with here? Oh, our assault rifle. Alright, so I'm going to open up the map here quickly, and show you just some of the stuff, and the scope, maybe, of the game. So if I zoom out here, this, like, quadrant right here, it's not really a quadrant, but you feel me on that one, I feel, is what I've explored of the map in Far Cry 3 so far. So there's all this stuff over here that I have basically yet to touch. Now you might be wondering, like, why is some of this map unclear? I mean, it's not necessarily that the map is unavailable to us, like we haven't just explored that area. What actually is the case is that you can see if I zoom in, there's all these radio towers. Basically the plot of Far Cry 3, if we're going to take it down to like a basic level, is that there's two warring tribes on this island. There's the Rakyat, which is the tribe that we're part of, even though we are an outsider. And then there's this tribe that is run by an asshole named Voss, who has kidnapped all of our friends. We're like American thrill tourists who are doing extreme sports on this island for like a vacation type deal. Yeah, but he kidnapped all our friends, and he runs the Red Tribe, which I'm just going to call Voss's tribe because I have no idea what it's actually meant to be called. And every one of these radio towers that he controls basically sends out scramblers, I guess, that keep us from being able to use our radar in those areas. So the only way that we can actually get our map back for these areas, or uncover the map, is by disabling these radio towers. So what we're actually going to do is, why not do that first? So we are going to hop into a vehicle here, which is clearly marked on our map, of course. And there are a lot of side quests that you can do in this game, and we're probably going to spend most of the time in this video, maybe, to be honest with you, all of the time in this video doing side quests. And it might seem like that's a cop-out, it's not. Most of the time that I've spent with this game so far has been with the side quests, and I'm not being facetious or uncharacteristic or misrepresenting things when I say that legitimately the side quests in this game might be the best part. I'm just trying to find a good road that can take me to where I want to go here. Is there a road through the outpost? I don't think so. I like the driving style in this game as well, where you have to... Oh god, is this a tunnel that we can go through? I'm not totally sure if we should be in here with our car. Maybe we should just... whatever, who dares wins, right? He says as he plummets to his death. You can die in car accidents in this game. Oh my god, what has happened? Now I'm on top of a mountain. I seriously have no idea what happened there. We are still like more than a kilometer away from where we want to be. Oh, we're back at the top of the outpost. Actually, you know what we should do first? Is while we're driving, we should look out for another vehicle. I might actually die here. Because, I mean, you can die from these falls. Man, that was pretty close. The way that we replenish our health is two ways. There's a perk that I'm using right now that allows me to replenish just by doing like first aid on myself. But in addition, there are syringes that we can craft. Let's just kill this pig here. There's syringes that you can craft that will give you health, as well as other tangential effects. But I just showed off hunting very quickly there because we had the opportunity. And the reason I did that is to show off crafting, because crafting actually plays a big part in this game. You can see I'm being kind of ADHD right now, just because there's so much shit to show off in this game that it's important to cover it all. So I just got that pig skin. This is a good opportunity for me to go to the crafting menu. Again, just forgive this for a second. It's going to try to connect to the Far Cry 3 servers. It's not going to work. I believe that's because the servers haven't actually launched yet because, you know, the game is not out for another week at this point. But we'll just let this go for a second. So the crafting menu, basically there's two types of crafting ingredients you can get. You can get plants, which come in a wide variety of, you know, colors and varieties. And there's animals. So there's dogs, dingoes, crocodiles, sharks, pigs, as you just saw, boars, tapirs, and every single plant and animal has some crafting ingredients or crafting results associated with it. So you can see if I go to like medical here, I can craft medicine, but I need green leaves, and I don't have any of those right now. I can hold up to 7 syringes right now. But there's also other like equipment that we can craft by using animal skins. So if I go to like syringe kit, you can see I can make heavy duty syringe kit, but I need 2 leopard skins, which I don't have. I could make maybe like a rocket pack, which will allow me to carry more rockets. This will take 1 deer hide, which I have. How about a new wallet? What would a rugged wallet cost me? I need some cassowary leather, which is the animal that looks kind of like a turkey, I think. And I could also make like new arrow quivers, but I need tapir hides for that. So basically, there's kind of like a hunting mini game is not really the right word for it, but like a hunting side quest, persistent side quest in the game where you're like, okay, I need to be able to hold more arrows. Then you open up your map and you're like, okay, we're gonna find like the closest place for tapir hunting, which would be pretty far away, I guess, like over here on this little island right here. But then you kill the tapirs, you make that, and you move on. So it's kind of almost, and this is an unfair way to put it, but it has like a little bit of a Minecraft kind of feel to it, at least for me, where I'm like, okay, basically, I need X ingredient, like I need coal. We need to find some coal, then you find the coal, you eventually get enough of it, and you move on. But anyway, I am having a devil of a time trying to find a vehicle here. Usually vehicles are pretty plentiful. If we just walk around here, inevitably we'll find one pretty soon. I'm not sure if they actually appear on the map. There's a boat over here, as you can see, and there's a vehicle right here. But is this vehicle moving forward or not? Well, I'm not sure yet. But we will get to this radio tower, I promise you. There's 2... Oh, these guys are on my side, so I should be able to commandeer the vehicle. So they're going to get out. I'm going to take it. Yes, these guys are like NPCs that are for your tribe. So hopefully I don't run them over here. And they will give you all sorts of help. They'll help you on missions, too, sometimes if they happen to see you. So I think this is the radio tower we're going towards, which is good. It's going to be deep in enemy territory, so there is going to be some potential danger for us. Now, I'm just looking at my mini-map, because if we find green leaves... Are these guys dicks? No, they're on our side. If we find green leaves, I'm going to pick those up. Right now... Oh, I see a lot of green leaves. Okay. It's very, very easy to get distracted in this game. I mentioned this in the Sleeping Dogs video. I said that game, and a lot of open world games, strive for something that I refer to as stickiness, or I think they might have referred to it as stickiness, to be honest with you. Not to be gross, but stickiness basically refers to like how much stuff is there to do in the world, like what keeps you in the world, apart from just the story missions. And there's a lot of, not random, but side questing that goes on in this game that is very, very important, not just to help you succeed, but also to help you, you know, get more in the feel of the game and feel more of the aesthetic that's going on. Typically speaking, plants do come in not packs, but like there's fields that consist of mostly green leaves or mostly red leaves or mostly blue leaves, which are underwater. But we're picking up as much green leaf as we can right now, because this is going to give us the required ingredients to craft medical syringes, which are very important for us if we want to survive long term. So anyway, we're going to go back to crafting here, and we're going to make... I have 11 green leaves now. We're going to make, I think, 5 of these. Alright, and we can make one more. We can make like an exploration syringe. Like, this one allows us to stay underwater for longer. Combat one allows us to see enemies by their scents. There's also hunting ones we can use, like focuses strength when fighting to deal more damage to enemies. Animals can be seen through their scent. Animal repellent is pretty important in case you get attacked. And we're going to put this on Hunter's Instinct, I guess, which is what I used before. And basically we're just going to pop that syringe if some animals start attacking us, which happens all the time, because, you know, we're not just fighting pigs, which are relatively easy for us to kill. There are animals that will seriously rock our face off. Leopards, lions, tigers. I don't know if there's any lions, but definitely tigers I've run into. Bears, Komodo dragons. There's lots of, or Gila monsters. I think it was Komodo dragons. I always get those two confused. Anyway, we're going to continue driving towards this radio tower in the distance now that I have enough syringes that will provide us with quick health, as opposed to the first aid that I was doing on myself, which was taking me a little bit longer. And these guys are pissed off. You can see there's like a detection meter, similar to Hitman, actually, that these guys used in order to see me. And they're going to chase me down, but I might be able to just outrun them. I don't really want to get into some combat yet, but I'll show off combat later. A lot of combat later, in all likelihood. So, as I was trying to say before I got way distracted by all of the variety of shit there is to do in this game, we're going into enemy territory now, by the way, if you look at the mini-map. But there's two very persistent, very important side quests, and one of them are these radio tower type deals. So there's 36 of these in the entire game, deep in enemy territory, like I said. There's 36 of these radio towers in the entire game, and by getting these, we uncover our map. There's also 36 enemy outposts, and basically what those are like mini strongholds, and if we assault them and kill all of the enemies in that stronghold, then we actually take over the stronghold for ourselves, which allows us to use it as like the safe house and weapon depot that you saw us using a little bit earlier. So I can't really see where the road goes here. But oh, I'm getting further away. Our radio tower is over here. I'm not sure if I should be here, but I'm going to get out now, and we'll take the rest of the way on foot. There is a day-night cycle, so it might be nighttime by the time I get up here. I should mention also, by the way, there is a wide variety of vehicular transportation that we can enjoy in the game. I'm a little bit worried about how we're going to get over there, because there's like a big cliff in front of us. We might have to fight our way through this compound here, if there are indeed enemies here. Don't worry, though. I am going to use the bow at some point to be a little stealthier. Because stealth is rewarded in this game, for sure. If you do it properly, that is. But this is very much a game where you have the option to basically tackle things however you want. So these guys seem relatively peaceful. So oh, God, my legs. My legs are going to snap in half. Alright, we're still alive. We lost a little bit of health, but it's okay. I don't want to do a mission here, but there is a mission here. I want to avoid it for now. I guess we could have fast traveled here as well. And I'm just going to go for this radio tower. Please tell me... Oh, man, did I accidentally start a story mission? I don't want to fail the mission. I want to go to the radio tower. That's one complaint I do have about the game. Is that sometimes you can accidentally, like, wander into a mission area. And then if you try to leave, it's like, well, you're going to fail the mission if you leave. And then yes, you can see right here. And when the mission fails, I believe it's going to restart us here, which I don't want to do. I want to go to this radio tower first. I'm fine with doing the mission, but I also want to do the radio tower first so I can see on my map where everything is. Also, I find the... Yeah, okay, so please, I'm fine with failing the mission. Just don't restart the game on me and I'll be happy. Oh my God, it did. Alright, so we might be stuck doing that mission now, which is unfortunate. But if we have to do it, we have to do it. See, this game's sometimes even unintentionally sticky, I guess. 15 minutes in and we haven't really done all that much except hunt and craft, but that's okay. That's how I spend most of my time in the game, basically just wandering around the island, conquering all these side quests. The story is actually, I mean, it's okay, but it's also the weakest part of the game so far, in my opinion, anyway. So there might be spoilers here. If there are, I apologize. I didn't want to do this, but we're gonna go visit the bar. We had a dream earlier where a man in a white suit led us to a bar, and this is how we were gonna figure out our friends. Just in terms of general story beats, we're playing as this dude Jason. Like I said, we were here as tourists, and then we got kidnapped by Voss's tribe. I escaped. Unfortunately, my older brother didn't manage to escape. He died, but we have rescued a few people from Voss so far. So I've got to find the man in white. I guess first we're going to sit down and play a game of poker. I will admit I hate when open world games do this. When they do things like, hey, check out how much stuff we have to offer. Hopefully there's a little bit more to it than this. Alright, so these guys are going to talk. I'm probably going to talk over them a little bit, but there are subtitles down there at the bottom. Reason I'm going to talk over them is because I have my volume basically down on 0 right now. I guess they're talking about me. So they are revealing some story beats here, like Hoyt. I think we are Snow White, because we escaped from Voss's camp and started killing people with a machete. There's some mysticism in the story as well, like we take a lot of hallucinogenics, we do a lot of tribal rituals that get a little crazy. Are we gonna have to kill these dudes? You can, by the way, play poker in this game, if you want to, but here everything has been controlled for me. We're gonna talk to the comedian here. Ashtray built into the table, that's how you know the place is classy. How could he possibly know it's a nice play without looking at our cards? Maybe I just went all in with nothing. And that money better belong to us from now on. Alright, so he's gonna lead me to Keith and Oliver, who are two more of our friends. Where is he? Over here. In this sweet-ass shantytown. Follow the man in white without getting noticed. Again, I would love to not do this. But sadly, I think the game has basically forced our hand. So hopefully this isn't a super long mission. I hate these like stealthy type missions. The worst is in the Assassin's Creed franchise, of course, when, you know, you can't get too close or they spot you. I guess that's the way it works in a lot of games. You can't get too close or they'll spot you. You can't get like an inch too far away or you'll fail the mission. Stay behind this barrel. He'll never know.
Not there but ghosts.
Why don't I just stab this guy with like a sweet hallucinogenic syringe and then take him in with me or something? So this is the first mission I've had of this type, but there are missions where you have to be stealthy. They run the gamut pretty much. Some of them require stealth, which is a little bit cheesy, I would say, in a game that allows you to mostly choose your own adventure. Or choose your own method to take people out. That being said, there are some missions that are all-out combat as well, so there's a decent mix. I just wish there was a little bit more variety in the way that you, or a little bit more opportunity to choose your own way to do things. Missions where when you get spotted you fail instantly leave a bad taste in my mouth. I think there should be multiple ways to finish the mission, but that being said, don't let these minor negatives detract from the Far Cry experience. Legitimately, this is one of the most fun games I've played all year. Definitely, like, in terms of, like, open world games and first-person shooters, it's the most fun I've had with either of those in a long time. It's a better open world game than Sleeping Dogs, and it's a better first-person shooter than basically any other first-person shooter I've played this year. Keep in mind, I have not played, well, I haven't played the multiplayer in Far Cry yet, so that's one thing, because the servers don't work yet, because it's pre-release, but I haven't played Halo 4 as well. We're just gonna keep moving around behind this guy. Oh, what's keep the target? I can see him. Escort missions, man. Well, not escort, but like following missions. At some point, hopefully in 20 years, we're gonna look back on games and be like, man, I can't believe those used to exist in like every single game. I'm pretty sure if you actually looked at my model right now, my head would be poking like 30% of the way out, and this guy would just be like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I can hear you! So we're going to continue following him here. At some point, this man is going to complete a quest objective for us. In terms of the overall story so far, I've probably spent about 40% of my time doing side quests, and 60% of the time, sorry, 40% of the time doing the story, 60% of the time just doing random side quests on the island, because I find those much more fun. But, so I can't really comment too much on the progression of the story. It seems interesting so far, but it's probably the weakest part of the game, at least for me. But who knows, that could change. There's definitely an element of kind of the supernatural involved. I'm not sure if maybe Satan plays a part in the story or something. Can we end the mission now? Or do I have to continue on here? Enter the shack and confront the stranger. Okay, I guess we have to get involved in some sort of cutscene here or something.
You have 10 seconds to tell me who you are before I remotely detonate the C4 under the table in this whole place.
Jesus!
I doubt it. 5 seconds.
Jason Brody!
Really?
Jason Brody, Jason Brody.
Yes or no? Which one gets me blown up?
A pragmatist. Promising. But do you consider yourself a patriot, Mr. Brody? Thing is, the The real patriot doesn't just put his hand on his heart while holding a hot dog at the ball game. That's a gosh darn cakewalk, pardon my French. The real patriot suckles at the teat of Lady Liberty. Upon hearing of the death of a brother at war, the real patriot asks, "Did we win?" And then rejoices at the pronouncement of victory. So, are you a real patriot?
Jeez, this guy's pretty negative. Is he inside of his makeshift shitter here?
Real patriot.
Bingo. That's what I like to hear. By the way, Voss has your friend Oliver Carswell, and I'm zeroing in on Keith Ramsey.
Why are you looking for them?
My job to know this island inside and out. I can help you, but you gotta play the game. There's something I'm looking
You've gotta suck my cucumber. Okay, what do we do now? We walk over here to do this mission, go talk to Willis. I don't want to do this mission anymore. I want to exit. I want to climb radio towers. We'll show that off in the future. So far, this mission's been fine. I'm not trying to be negative about the mission. I'm just trying to say I wish we could do something else right now because I kind of feel like I'm on rails.
Spy?
I'm not gonna confirm or deny
Whereas we
that.
might just be doing with some kind of story here. Alright, so this guy is
I work for Lang
an
on
FBI or CIA agent.
I need to get help from the army and the government.
You can't. I'm embedded, not really in contact with
CIA,
Central
it
Intelligence.
is.
So, you're alone here.
No. You kidding? I got a whole team. They're out in the field, but they'll be back. These scans they sent have opened up a grade A can of worms.
So we'll just let him continue to talk for a while.
Talk to you about it, but trust me, it's big.
I will say, in spite of the fact that I'm playing this on the 360, and I think that the 360 version does not look fantastic, at least compared to the PC version, the facial models and lip syncing look pretty good most of the time. Is that a flamethrower?
Flamethrower.
Well, that's a little bit
This beauty was
offensive.
invented in Krautland. Hoyt Volker is the boss of a very good friend of yours, Voss. He also happens to run the largest slave trading ring in the South Pacific. On top of that, he grows drugs. If we set fire to his fields and his boat, he's gonna canoe over to this island. I get what I want, and we learn more about your friends. Capiche? I feel like that's only an Italian thing. Only Italians can say that. It's like spraying furniture gold. You know what I mean? Anyway, here's the gun.
Wow.
Alright, so we got a flamethrower. I don't really want it. I'm happy with my current loadout. But that being said, I will take it. It's our first opportunity to use the flamethrower, even though I've had one unlocked for a long time. Usually the game is pretty good about giving you the option of doing a mission. Do I have? Okay, I don't think I have to take it. I can just get it later. It's usually pretty good about giving you the option of doing a mission or doing side quests, and obviously I would rather do side quests at this point. So we're gonna see if we can do something else now. I do believe that it is possible for me to go to the radio tower now, which is awesome. So we're making a call to our friend Dennis. Luckily our cell phone is completely waterproof,
Dennis?
and he's gonna tell us a little bit more about the man in white, or Hoyt.
The man in white. Turns out he's a spy or something.
Funny. I've never heard of such a man here on the island.
Yeah, he told me about Voss's boss, Hoyt.
Hoyt Volker. Stay away from him, Jason. You think Voss is crazy? All the evil on the island, it comes from Hoyt. He took Voss's mind away from him. It is he who pulls the strings.
Wow. Okay, I'll be careful.
Alright, so having completed that mission, we are going to finally do our radio tower thing here. So now that we've done a story mission, I feel like it's good to get that out of the way, because now we don't have to talk about that anymore. Instead, we can just focus on the side quests, which I think are a real strength of this game. So all of these missions with the... oh, come on, just climb it. This is proving to be a surprising difficulty. Craft a fireproof syringe and use it before triggering an explosion for added protection. Of course, I think I need to get all these like prompts off the screen before it'll allow me to climb this more reliably. Let's give this another try. Okay, finally. Can we climb up here? There we go. So all these radio tower missions to unlock or update our map involve a little bit of parkour, or creative platforming, I guess you could say. One of the things that's a little bit hard to get used to in Far Cry, and I had the same problem with a game like Skyrim. I guess we can loot the body here, get a little extra money, as well as some sunglasses, which we can sell later. As well, the same problem I have with Skyrim is that there's a lot of places where it looks like, given the physics of the game, you can do things that you can't, like jumps that you just seemingly can't make, or mountains that you can't scale. And I'm not saying negative... Ooh, it was close. I'm not saying negative things about that or Skyrim, necessarily. All I'm saying is that, there are some times where there are elements that it seems like you should be able to get across or get through that for whatever reason you can't. But by and large, most... Oh, that's not good. We're going to climb back up. By and large, most of these radio tower missions are fairly easy to figure out, and you won't spend more than 30 or 40 seconds trying to get from point A to point B. And usually, they offer very cool means to get down as well, ranging from hang gliders to zip lines, both of which are a whole lot of fun. So here's the real question. Can I make this jump? You can make this jump. Getting close to the edge here. There we go. Thank you, game, for keeping me from just killing myself there. So as we climb up here, this ladder should take us all the way up to the platform, which will be at the very top. Nope, we're going to have to do a little bit more climbing here. But be careful not to fall down the middle. And when you're in the very early part of these games, these towers are basically just staircases and ladders that take you to the top. Afterwards, after things get a little bit more heated, you end up having to do these, like, climbing missions. Anyway, so we're going to get to the top of the radio tower here. You can see fully the day-night cycle now. We're going to open up this loot chest here and see what we got here. Again, more things that we can sell, as well as 30 bucks cash. Cash is fairly easy to come by in the game, assuming you sell all of the needless trinkets that you come across. And the game has a very good sell feature. It basically tells you the recommended use for all of your items at the sell screen, at those like self-serve gun containers. So you can be like, okay, sell, 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 sell. Wait, craft equipment, craft syringes are the recommended usages for these ones. So you want to save those. It simplifies things. I mean, it's still a little mindless. You pick up all these trinkets just to sell them later, but that's nothing new or nothing, you know, unusual to get mad about in games like this. Alright, we got an achievement unlocked there. I'm not sure what that's for. Activate 9 radio towers. Oh, Far Cry servers, no! Everything was going so well. Hopefully, it will figure this out in a second and realize that there is absolutely nothing to do here. But in the meantime, I guess we're just going to watch this shark spinning around here trying to eat its own tail. Ouroboros-ing. And hopefully, again, this is a problem that I think is simply endemic to getting pre-release copies of the game. I think overall, the game itself is not going to suffer from this. I can't say that with authority, but it seems like a problem simply due to the you know, early nature of me playing the game right now. Now, I mentioned 2 kinds of missions that were very important for side missions in the game. So one of them was the radio towers, which I just showed you right there. And you can see it now our map is uncovered, so we can see all the animals and missions here. The other one is these outposts. So I'm going to go to Camp Murder, which sounds pretty bad. And we're going to take a zip line down there. You can see there's new weapons available in stores. So that's how you unlock free weapons in stores, is by going to those radio towers, which will eventually, with each one, give you new weapons for free, basically. Unlock new weapons that you can take without having to buy them. You can customize your weapons, though. Like, I've given this one the laser sight and I think an extended clip. With my bow, which I'll take out finally. I've got, you know, that hunter's scope attached to it. I forget what else I got for it. But anyway. By the way, the reason I only have these weapon slots available to me right now, like those 3rd and 4th ones are not available, is because if I go into the crafting menu here, there is a, like, weapon holster. You have to continually build holsters to unlock new slots. So I need 2 deer hides in order to craft a rugged holster. So the next thing that I would probably do from a side questing perspective is, go here and see, like, where's the closest deer hunting zone. It looks like it's pretty far away, sadly. But you can fast travel between safe houses, so that's not really a big issue. So what we're going to try to do here is assault this outpost right here. So if I take a look down, you should be able to see... I'm going to take out my camera, actually, which is another mechanic I haven't talked about yet. But we can tag enemies with this camera, as well as using it just for recon, like binoculars, basically. So by taking pictures of these enemies, they become available... Oh, they become... noticeable on our map, and we can also map out their patrols if we wanted to. But our main concern right now, looks like there's 5 enemies, maybe more that we don't see. We're going to try to do this as stealthily as possible. And remember that I don't have any sound available to me right now, so this could be a little tricky. But again, we're going to do this as stealthily as possible. If we kill these guys when no one else is looking, Hitman style, we can get them all before they... Oh, we're going to kill this guy. We can get them all before they... manage to trigger an alarm, which is obviously going to be what we want to do. So I'm just going to come up here. I should crouch down. There might be a dude up here. There's not. Beautiful. Okay, so now we can use this as like a platform for our assault. Now it's worth noting that this alarm could still go off. I need to disable the alarm, which is not as easy to do, but I should be able to jump down on this guy and take him down. Alright, that's another easy kill. Again, if you wanted to, you don't have to do things stealthily here. You could be a total dick about everything, but if this guy walks over here, I think I'm just going to take a shot at him. Everyone's drunk, so I think they're a little bit disoriented, and they're going to be easier to kill as a result. There's another dude over here. I should just get him listed on my map. Okay. There's different kinds of enemies, by the way. Oh, God, I botched it so hard. And I stabbed myself with a syringe. Now the alarm is going to go off. I could just throw a Molotov cocktail at me. Should probably use the assault rifle now, but I'm just going to show off the arrow quickly. Or the bow quickly. So you can see what's going on with that. I think some dude just got killed by an animal out here or something. They're throwing Molotovs at me. One arrow is enough to kill these guys, but, you know, you got to hit them first. There we go. We got that guy. We can also pick up our arrows, Hunger Games style. Got him with that one. One more dude. I'm not sure if they set off the alarm. I didn't see if reinforcements were coming. Yeah, the alarm is indeed going off. Both of them. So we got some dudes coming in here. I'm going to take out my assault rifle because obviously this has not worked out the way I intended. You do get an experience bonus if you do things the stealthy way. They just ran straight past me, so I can maybe flank them here. Yeah, if you do things entirely the stealthy way, you get an experience bonus, which can be valuable. I'll show off the value of experience, by the way, as we move forward, because there are perks that I could possibly unlock for myself right now that would make things way easier. Okay, I think he's got, like, a mounted machine gun, so I just threw a grenade at the truck. It went off when we got some kills. I stabbed myself with some medicine to, make it more likely for me to survive here. And I think if we kill this guy, this will be the end of this outpost. Which will get... Oh, no, there's one more coming. I should turn off these alarms before I do anything else. These guys are assholes with the Molotovs, aren't they? Again, we'll just toss another grenade over here. Stab myself with some more medicine. That was kind of close, actually. You can play this game a variety of different ways. You could play more run and gun style, which is what's happening right now. Or you can play a little bit more methodical, which is the way I tried to do things, but, you know... Best laid plans of mice and men don't always work out. By the way, ammo's actually pretty limited, so they do encourage, to some extent, stealth gameplay. Because, as you can see, I'm starting to run fairly low on ammo for my assault rifle here. I mean, it's not like I'm in danger of running out before killing these two dudes here. But that being said, if I was doing like a prolonged assault, anything could happen. There is some auto-aim as well, which, to be honest with you, I don't really mind in a situation like this because I'm playing single player. I don't know if the auto-aim holds in multiplayer. I assume it does on the console versions at least, just to make them a little bit more playable. But anyway, we've liberated this outpost. We get a little extra experience. And now, we have an extra area available to us. We've liberated 11 out of 34 here that we can fast travel to and also buy ammo from. So let's hold X to interact, get inside of the safe house here. And we'll take the memory card, which gives us an extra side quest as well as a lot more money. Go over here, and we'll take extra ammo, which usually costs a lot to buy, as you can see, but, you know, you've got to buy extra ammo, so why not? Oh, actually, I should go back here and sell things. Then maybe I'll show off the fast travel, we'll do one more mission, then we'll probably call it quits for this Far Cry 3 video, because if I don't put, like, a limit on myself for how much to show off, we're just going to be here for, like, 2 hours, because there's absolutely so much shit to do in this game. So this is the sell screen that I was talking about earlier, where you have all these ingredients, and they're sorted automatically by items to sell first. By the way, you do have a limited backpack size, as you can see, 48 out of 48. So I'm going to sell all of these recommended use sell items, and then we have all these other ones like recommended use craft syringe, craft equipment, etc., etc. We could make a larger loot rucksack, but what do we need for that? That would probably be our next thing to buy. That or the extra weapon holsters. So we need 4 dingo pelts. Dingoes are a pain in the ass to kill. But let's see if maybe we could do that here on our map. Is there a dingo close by? Dingoes, they're kind of like dog-looking guys. Like, that's a dingo over there, I'm pretty sure. This is a dingo area over here. Why don't we just show off another type of mission quickly? There's a race over here. I think there's another outpost which we could do. What do we have close by, though? Oh, we have Path of the Hunter. I don't like the Path of the Hunter missions that much. I find I get killed a lot. Fighting animals, man, is the worst for me. I'm just looking for something like a race or something. So let's go down here to Dr. Earnhardt's mansion. This is on the westernmost side of the map. Always get that confused for some reason. And we might get a taste of hang glider action here, too. We haven't seen too much in the way of vehicles, but there's a variety of cars and trucks. Beyond that, ATVs... and all sorts of aquatic vehicles as well, like there is jet skis, boats, things that you can use to traverse rivers and oceans and ponds and things like that. Beyond that, there's also a hang glider as well, which is a lot of fun to use, although I oftentimes find myself getting into trouble when I use it because I can't fly it. Well, I can fly it fine. The landing part is the problem. So we're going to go over here and I'm going to try to fly over to this mission, the sniper challenge. Is that really what I want? No, I wanted the race, surf and turf. So I'm going to set a waypoint for that, and then we'll pick up this. So as you can see, plenty of ways for getting around the island. So we're going to take our hang glider, and we should get there quicker than we expect. So I'm going to make a dive very quickly and try not to die when I get off this thing, which is harder than it looks. So let's get down here. Oh, it's perfect. Surprisingly good landing. Although the hang glider probably feels differently about it. Can we push it around? No, some of the aquatic vehicles you can push around. This guy's pretty scared, you know, justifiably so, I guess, by the way things went down there. But we're going to talk to him and maybe do a race. And this is the way that basically you get more money in the game. There's all sorts of, like, much more minuscule types of side missions. Sweet goatee model, dude. Yes, hold X to interact. All sorts of random, like, tiny side missions that you can do. Like this one to make some more money. There's, like, knife throwing challenges and things like that. Races, which we're doing right now. And also ones that are a little bit larger, like the Wanted Dead quests, which basically give you, like, an assassination target, and you've got to assassinate them in a way that they tell you what to do. And in doing so, you get extra money and experience rewards. As well, there are, like, Path of the Hunter quests, which I deliberately eschewed because those are a total pain in the ass. Oh, we've got to get off here, I guess. Usually those involve killing, like, some kind of king animal in an area. So I did one where I killed, like, the world's largest Komodo dragon, and it was a total pain in the dick. But these races are fun. I mean, like I said, the money is not very scarce in this game, provided you have any sort of aptitude for this stuff at all. You should be able to pretty reliably make money through the regular side missions, if for whatever reason you can't do it just by looting people. Like, I've never really had a financial problem, but that's largely because I don't really buy weapons. I just buy ammo and then go to radio towers and unlock more weapons for myself to use. Long story short, I'm not very picky about the items that I choose to use here. I guess we got a ramp. Alright. So don't brick the vehicle here. That's a pretty important. But where is the next one? Okay, I thought maybe we botched things for ourselves completely there. Usually I like to do like a beginner or novice race first, and then once you master it, start doing expert and just racking up extra cash easily. So we're going to get off our ATV. Looks like we have 1 minute and 8 seconds with which to finish this race again. Lots of vehicular changes in this one, which adds a little bit more excitement, I guess. Oh, we got to go backwards, though. I haven't gone through this checkpoint yet. Can I just run through it? No? I think we fucked ourselves. Oh, no, I did run through it. That's okay. Alright, we've only got 7 to go. We've got to do it in the next 47 seconds. That should be easy enough. So let's just keep this up. Good idea of where the gates are going in the future is good for planning your turns, of course. That was not a good or a well-planned turn, but that's okay. And again, you know, the game looks pretty good right here. I do wish that I'd requested the copy on PC because it looked gorgeous at PAX, but that being said, it still looks fine on the 360 as well. Keep in mind, I'm playing this in 720p as well, not 1080p because of my recording setup being a little wonky right now. Anyway, we won 150 bucks. Let's exit it out there. The very last thing I think that I'm going to show off is the ability for us to show off our perks. So I'm going to demonstrate what kind of perks you can get that will increase your efficacy when it comes to killing enemies, basically. So we've got a loading screen here. Again, those can occasionally be a little long, but if I just go to our perks here, which are in skills, we get a lot of skill points just from leveling up. And you can see all sorts of stuff that we've got. Death from above was basically that takedown that I used earlier. We can use death from below as well, which is something that I'm definitely going to learn, considering I have so many possible skill points to use here. What's this? Dual death from above. That's interesting. Syringe effects last 25% longer. Sure, why not? We'll get that because that opens up some other ones for us. Press X to quickly reload any pistol or sniper rifle while using left trigger to aim. Improved hipfire accuracy. Shoot one-handed when using zip lines. Well, we still have 4 points. So there's 3 different. We can get the heron, the shark, and the spider. Each one gives us different benefits. Evasive driving. Commandeered vehicles take 50% less damage. Reduce damage taken from fire by 50%. What about this one up here? Gain an additional health slot. That's a really good one. Without medicine, hold Y to perform first aid and heal 3 slots of health. Right now I only have 2. And what do we have in the spider over here that we can use? Receive twice as many items when skinning animals. That's very important. I already have that one for plants. I also like this one. Received less damage from animal attacks and reduces the chance of being knocked down. But anyway, that's Far Cry 3 right now. I think I'm just going to save. We'll overwrite our existing save. And then we'll go back to the main menu. Like so. And this will probably require a loading screen. During this loading screen, again, full disclosure, I had to do some marketing-y things. You saw the ESRB rating at the start of the video. Contractually obligated here to mention that Ubisoft is running a contest over at the Far Cry 3 Facebook page. So there's going to be all sorts of prizes for you to win there. Tech-related stuff, game-related stuff. There will be a link in the video description, so feel free to check out that contest if you are interested. This all being said, all marketing, BS, and mumbo-jumbo aside, Far Cry 3 is legitimately a fantastic game. I think Ubisoft has done a great job with this product. I'm looking forward to playing a lot more of this. Like I said earlier, game's real sticky. There's all sorts of stuff that's going to keep you coming back for this. The gunplay's satisfying. It's really satisfying. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show this off. When you're able to like liberate an outpost completely stealthily, Hitman style, just using like silent weapons or takedowns or the the recurve bow, which is again very satisfying to fire. I didn't really show off too much hunting either, which can be both difficult and rewarding in its own right. Long story short, I could ramble on this game for a long time. Far Cry 3, at least in my opinion, is definitely, clearly one of the best games of the year and one of the best shooters I've played in a long time. And I think if you're going to buy this game, you are going to get a lot of very, very rewarding and fun gameplay out of it. That's my back-of-the-box quote. But in any case, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.